Welcome back. This morning I've got my beautiful little baby and a nice warm cup of cinnamon probiotic tea. We're doing good this morning. Hope your day is starting as well as mine is. Anyways, let's get into the point of this video. So I haven't sat down and talked to you guys in a while about my weight loss, mostly just because things have been staying pretty consistent. There hasn't been any major changes to talk about. So I have been exercising regularly. I have been, which is usually about a 30-minute or so HIIT exercise per day, and also roller skating on top of that, and then just like being active, walks on the beach, things like that. Being active consistently has never been an issue for me. I've pretty much, even as I've been gaining weight, was still active the whole time. So that's not really a big thing for me all too much, but it just feels good to like have a consistent, good workout routine. And then food-wise, I have mostly been sticking to OMAD. Pretty much most days are OMAD. Some days I will allow for a snack later in the day. But pretty much been doing one meal a day. It's been working pretty well for me, actually. I will pop my most recent weight up right here. So last I think you saw was, I believe it was 248.8 if I'm not mistaken, and then so now obviously I've lost another 5 pounds. Yay me, I'm so excited. Anytime that number goes down, it just, yes, thank you, because it's just been such a struggle. So to see it like going down, like every time I weigh myself, it's been going down for a couple of months now. Like that feels so good. I'm so proud of myself for even being consistent for this long, because being consistent with food, I've never been able to get any sort of consistency with it. So I feel like I'm starting to now. That said, the reason I'm sitting down today to talk to you is that there are going to be some changes. So for one, lastly, I mentioned that I was drinking in the last episode black coffee in the mornings, and that was nice for a while, but I have cut that out now because there was a couple of times where I thought that the caffeine wasn't going to affect me. I was like, oh, I've eaten recently enough, or you know, I'll drink a small enough amount of caffeine or whatever that it won't bother me. And I've still had I still had a handful of times where I just like was feeling all jittery and awful. And in fact, the kind of like, you know, last straw in there for me on coffee was I drank my cup of coffee on a fasted day. I was feeling like really jittery. I thought, okay, I need to just like kind of get up and get my exercise in for the day so I can get this energy burnt out. But like the more I exercised, the faster my heart rate was going, and I worked myself up almost into like a little faux mini panic attack, because it was just like my heart was racing, I couldn't breathe, everything was like, yeah, and I just worked like way too hard, got my heart beat way too fast while drinking caffeine. And I just like, I don't want to be thinking about it and like making mistakes where I make myself not feel very good or whatever, or straight up like have like almost a panic attack, which was pretty extreme. So I cut out coffee just completely. Not only does it just help my anxiety and all of that and just like my jitteriness, but also I just like don't need the dehydration. Like when I start my day with coffee, I feel dehydrated and I feel like I have to make up from like a negative water state. Whereas when I start my day with tea or something like that, I just feel like I'm starting my day with good hydration and just going from there, instead of like making it up. So I just like that. Look at my beautiful boy. Oh, I'm sorry, he's so distracting. Are you even listening to me? Are you kidding? This is so distracting. And then the other thing that is going to start changing now is OMAD. I am going to be moving away from OMAD, actually. So the reason there's a couple of reasons. Some of the reasons that I wanted to do OMAD were, for one, it gets me into ketosis and autophagy. Ketosis is when my body is burning my stored up fat cells, and autophagy is when my body is clearing out old junk damaged cells so that my skin stays very young and elastic. So those two things are very important to me. They have been and they still remain to be. So that's some of the main reasons I picked OMAD, is because they're conducive with, you know, keeping me in keto and autophagy. And then another main reason why I picked OMAD was because I could eat a large meal at one time. I love the feeling of being full. Like, you know, that full, sleepy happy feeling that you get after you eat way too much and you just like are kind of sedated and like ready for bed. Dude, I love that feeling. Like, I'm addicted to that feeling. I love that feeling so much. So when it came to changing my food, I didn't want to have to give up that feeling. And OMAD allowed me to continue on with that sort of like bad habit of you know, making myself feel like so full that I'm sleepy and tired, because I can eat all of my 2,000 calories or whatever, you know, just about that. Like, that makes me feel full. So if I eat that all in one sitting, I still get that really good feeling that I love. But I need to break that habit. I need to not need to be so full that I'm like sleepy and lethargic and sedated in order to I don't need that to be associated with full. I need a regular normal amount of full to be associated with full in my brain. So I need to move away from large meals and just start eating a little bit more regularly, which I'm a little nervous to do. I know that like the first couple times, especially, that I eat a regular sized amount of something, I'm gonna be so hungry, and I just hate being hungry. Hello, that's why I'm fat. I just hate being hungry. Like, I know that there are supposed to be times when like the human body is hungry, like it's good for it, but I just hate it. And I'm trying so hard to change my mindset about that, because that's what's keeping me like as consistent as I have been this time, is my change in like mental abilities and the way that I think about things. So in the past, I've gone into weight loss thinking about like how much it sucks to be hungry. So in times like this where I catch myself talking about how much it sucks, I try to reframe where, yeah, there's some things that aren't so pleasant about it, but what things are good about weight loss? What things do make you feel good and happy about it, and what things do you like about it? And you know, the idea of being mentally and physically healthy and feeling good and looking good, being able to wear the clothes I want to wear, buying the clothes that I want to wear at cheaper prices, and having more options, and you know, just being respected by people when I talk about veganism or the way people should eat or things like that. Like, so I'm just really like, anytime a thought like that where you just saw a thought pops up where, God, like I hate being hungry, right? But like, what do you like about fasting, and focus on that instead. So I kind of distracted myself there to get myself back on a positive thought. But basically the point of what I was saying was I need to work away from eating really, really large meals and just get down to like a regular portion size is what like my brain will consider to be the meal, right? So that's going to be the upcoming change. I will keep you updated on how that goes. And that's really going to be it for this video. It's just kind of a quick update and weigh in. I am just pretty excited that I have stayed several months with continuing to have that number go down, so I wanted to show it off. And like I said, just talk about some of the new updates. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give the little thumbs up down below. Subscribe while you're hanging out down there, because there is tons of weight loss content left to go. I still have 90 something pounds on this journey, so we are barely scratching the surface. Get in early. I don't know what I'm talking about. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.